What's up, beautiful people? In this video, I'm gonna show you why it is beneficial to grow from seeds, and more than anything, show you how there are seeds in everything that we grow, and I'm also show you how to store those seeds once you have harvested those seeds. All right, let's get to it, y'all. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 What's up, beautiful people? My name is Ricky Jones Jr. and I am so excited to be here with you all today. If you are new to this channel, feel free to subscribe. I am all about gardening and doing different things out in the front yard garden, as well as I have one that I'm about to grow in the backyard. And what I love to do is help first time, curious, and even beginner gardeners know that they can have a garden too. So go ahead and subscribe, and I promise you we'll grow together, okay? And in this video, we are gonna talk about growth and ability to regrow, which is why I love to use seeds, because once you use seeds for the first time, you realize that you will never have a need again. Let me say that again. If you garden with seeds for the first time, you will come to recognize and realize that you will never have a need again, because when you grow from seeds, you'll realize that there are always more seeds, okay? And what do I mean? As I did the video before with the marigolds, showing you how the dead heads of the marigolds essentially is what contains the marigold seeds for future marigolds. I saw all the different comments and things like that. People were astonished at that fact. And I said to myself, well, let me keep it going. Let me show you how there are other seeds and other vegetables and things like that, and even let you know of when seeds will occur, and also show you how to store those seeds properly, okay? So make sure you stay tuned, and I'm gonna show you all of that. First off, let me show you a vegetable that we are all aware of and probably didn't even think that there were actually seeds for future vegetables within this vegetable itself. So what we have, Exhibit A, as you all may come to realize and recognize and know this to be, is a green pepper. Now, many of us have had green peppers from the stores and things like that. Some of us have been brave enough to go ahead and give them a try as far as gardening in our garden, and I happen to be one of those. I have one green pepper tree, in which green peppers are pretty cool. Like, you would think it grows, I don't know. It's the fun thing about gardening. You get to learn how things grow and how they actually look before it hits your table. And so with green peppers, I've already cut this one in half and already like started to consume this one. And I thought about what I was gonna do and did this. But as you can see, there are seeds, right? There are so many seeds that are contained within this here bell pepper. Now what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and scrape the seeds off. Now usually the bell pepper seeds just sit there like that, like so, in the center. And as you scrape these bad boys, which a lot of us, as we're cooking with bell peppers, we'll just scrape these bad boys and just toss them in the trash. But now I want to bring to your realization, these are seeds to future bell peppers. Like, just like that, you now have the ability to grow so many more bell peppers because of just one bell pepper and all of the seeds that contain within the bell pepper itself. Let me even show you just what the other half looks like, because I did it in a cup. All right, look at that. These are seeds, all from one half of a bell pepper. Let me show you the other half now. And I promise you, it is all safe and cool to do it as I'm doing, because once you put it in the dirt, it's gonna do what it does, and everybody is gonna be happy, right, at the end of the day. So if I was just to go ahead and scrape out as many of the seeds as I possibly could and can, we'll have a true understanding of what's really going on within this bell pepper. All right, look at this. All of these seeds have come from one bell pepper. And all of those seeds, I promise you, I will not be able to grow enough bell pepper trees to consume all of those seeds, because we don't really eat bell peppers like that. But what I can do is plant so many different bell pepper trees, bell pepper plants, but then also be able to give and gift them to others, or even to be able to create seedlings that I could then give to others, or share and swap and things like that, which I'm so excited about all the different things that we'll be able to do starting next month with the group that we're going to create. So anyway, all that to say, look at that. That's in one bell pepper, all those different seeds, all of those different abilities for future bell peppers, all within one bell pepper. That's the beautiful thing about growing from seed. When you grow from seed, you recognize that there's always seeds around, which then leads to future harvests that you can have with a little bit of time and a little bit of patience and a little bit of love. Okay, now speaking of, on this gardening with me shirt, I have the back. As y'all know, I'm all about the back backs of shirts because I just love backs of shirts. So make sure you stay tuned to see the back of the shirt, okay? But anyway, that's the bell pepper. So let me go ahead and scrape the contents of these seeds back into the cup, and I'm gonna show you another popular plant that I even have that I grew, just to show you how this seed process actually takes place. All right, great people. So another popular plant that I have growing in my front yard garden are jalapeno peppers. And with jalapeno peppers, we know that they have seeds. Actually, that is the part of the jalapeno pepper that we try to avoid to eat the most, because that is what packs the punch. But nonetheless, with these jalapeno seeds, okay, it's not about avoiding them because we don't want to eat them, but it's about I'm dropping them. It's about collecting them ultimately, so that we can have future jalapeno pepper. Oh, I'm dropping it, y'all. I'm doing a poor example this time with this one, but I think we get the gist of it. And what I'm gonna try to do is to collect the seeds that I did drop because I do want to store what I have. And so let me just use the seed, okay? It's so much easier when I use the seed, and even for you, it'd be so much easier when you use a table or something like that, okay? And using the proper table or setup, you're able to achieve the goal, okay? And so the goal right now in this video is extracting seeds from the vegetables in which they grow from, which will then allow for us to grow future vegetables as we have grown so far. And so as we grow, it allows for us to regrow because we know how to grow by using seeds, okay? As we plant more, we learn how to love gardening more, because we realize as we plant, we harvest ultimately future crops and future abilities to reproduce, recreate, and redo what's already been done. Boom. Look at that, y'all. All of those seeds from one jalapeno pepper. Like, look at that. Look at that. It's amazing. So we have, as you can see, and I even dropped so many, but you can see all of these different jalapeno seeds we have, right? And we have for future jalapeno pepper plants, which will continue the process in seed to plant, then having more seeds to plant. And so what I do and what I advise you to do, so you can do what I'm talking about doing, is as you harvest your vegetables and things like that, you save one that you are able to now future garden with, okay? I always do the first one. It's something about the first one when you harvest, something about the first fruits and all those different things like that, that it just allows, it just always tastes better, and it always is better, and it always works better, okay? So that bell pepper that I used was the first bell pepper that I picked from my new tree, and then this here jalapeno is the first one from it itself. Now what I do want to say is you want to make sure that they dry out. You do not want to use and store wet seeds, because wet seeds do not store well. You want to make sure things dry out, in which you can leave it in the garage, you can leave it even in the house. You just want it to ultimately dry out, and as it dries out, the seeds will dry, and as the seeds will dry, it allows for you to store them. They do have a shelf life, in which I do not know the exact dates in which you can store, and time limits and time spans, but I'm sure somebody does, and they can comment down below. But what I now want to show you is how to store these bad boys, okay? And then I also want to show you that even in common things and plants like this that don't visually show you seeds, there are other plants that will produce seeds, in which I want to talk to you about too. So let's go ahead and talk about storage, okay? This is my vegetable seed storage container area. So what I have are my seeds, as I did already with like the beans. I've done this already, and so I've already have a mason jar in which I store my beans in a nice temperature area, okay? It's inside, and so I keep it sealed and all that good stuff. And I also have all of my other seeds that I get from seedsnow.com when I don't have the vegetable itself to start from. But what you can even do is just return, if you have like the packet in which that your seeds came from originally, you can go ahead and restore the new seeds within the seeds that you have. Now this is what you do in the beginning as you continue to grow seeds and have seeds from your vegetables and things like that. You want to do it a little differently, in which I'm gonna talk to you about. However, this packet of seed is fairly new. I purchased it this year actually, and so I'm pretty content with the way it is. All right, family, so I actually don't have another packet, or the packet in which it came in, so I'm gonna store it in this here bush bean holder, bag, which I don't know, when I look into it, that is what this is. But also I'll just go back to this video and remind myself that this is what this is, and this is what I chose to store my green pepper seeds in. And essentially you want to make sure that it is sealed, air is out, and that it is locked in something that allows for the seeds themselves to not get anything wet, moisture, humidity, and things like that, because you just want it to be nice, secured, and ready to go. Now you may be thinking to yourself, I don't have like a Tupperware container or anything like that. Well, you can store them in Ziploc bags, you can store them in brown paper bags. What I do recommend as well is like little envelopes, just to show you and so you can label it as what it is. But even with Ziploc bags, you do want to make sure that it is, and I promise you, it needs to be dry. If there is any sense of moisture within those seeds, sometimes it will begin to sprout. Okay, all a seed needs is a little bit of water, a little bit of time, a little bit of sun, and it's going to sprout. Seeds have everything they need to survive and reproduce within themselves. So make sure that it is dry. It is in an area where they will not get moisture or anything like that. But then more than anything, just make sure that it is not heated or extremely cold. Okay, even temperature, you'll be good to go, you'll be happy. Okay, so that is that. Wait, I have to show you the back of my shirt, y'all. All right, so as you can see, this shirt is a part of the Garden With Me collection, series 1, collection 1. Okay, and this one is all about planting more and loving more. Okay, the more you plant, the more you get to love gardening itself, and the more you get to love the experience that you get to do when coming out and garden. Okay, and I started to love gardening, I can say so myself, when I learned this here myself, with the idea that the seeds that I need, the plants that I need, are all contained within the plant that I'm eating, right? Everything reseeds itself as far as plants, okay, as far as vegetables are concerned. And let me even show you what I'm talking about. All right, great people, so over here I have my buckets in which I am growing some collards and some kale. So this right here is a form of collard. This right here is the dinosaur kale. And what I have been trying to get them to do is to bolt, okay? I've been trying to get them to bolt because when you have plants and vegetables to bolt, it essentially creates seeds. And so usually it's a long sprout. I'll show you all a picture of what it looks like. But with that sprout are seeds that comes along the sides of it. And then that would allow you to produce future collards and future dinosaur kale, which I do have seeds, but I just like to be able to reproduce and recreate from what I already have. So I say that to say, for one thing, bolting is not a problem. When you do have bolting to occur, though the vegetable itself will not taste good, it really won't, you do then create more seeds that will then be able to be used for future kale, for future collards, for future, just thinking of different things that bolt. For herbs do bolting as well, and usually bolting occurs I like that, when there's a shift in temperature that could cause them to bolt and different things like that. So bolting is not always a bad thing. Yes, edible wise, if you're growing to eat, it can be bad, but if you're growing to have seeds, which I'm trying to get them to do, it's been extremely hot, but now I'm learning that dinosaur kale is heat resistant, as well as that other form of kale which I need to, or excuse me, collard greens that I need to look up, that is like heat resistant, so I'll be able to grow those bad boys year long, which I'm excited about that. That's the other beautiful thing about growing from seed. You get to learn about your plants, you get to learn about the habits, you get to learn what happens from seed all the way to table. So with that being said, I love you all, I appreciate you all. Hope this video helps, gives you an idea of not only the benefit of having and growing from seed, but let you know that you'll never have a need, but also too how to store those seeds so that you can always go back to it and plant and or give as you have the ability to do so. But then more than anything, the ability that always you want to know the process from seed to table, and growing from seed allows you to do so. And with that being said, I love you all. Go ahead and get some merch, Gardening With Me. I would greatly appreciate it. This one even says Garden With Me from the seed to the tree. Okay, that's the whole idea, starting from the seed, going to the tree, and recycling that process, because in doing so you'll realize you can garden too. If you're a curious gardener, if you're a first-time gardener, or even if you are a beginner gardener, that is a place for you, and I promise you, together we can make it happen. Okay, with that being said, I love you all and I appreciate you all. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, peace, have a great day.